I rank where the view is nothing less than phenomenal. For how I express and project from my abdominal. The only view better, both my daddy and my mama know. No living parents, my sons give me balance. My wife is my serenity, this mic is my identity. The world is foul enough, that's why I write without obscenities. Provoking danger with broken languages, spoken anguish. Begging to get hurt, why would you ask to go through changes? Yes, Lord, life's a chessboard, master the angles. Control the tempo, be the one who holds the info. Acknowledge is just as deadly as machete swings. When spoken, the truth is as potent as that Medellin. While others swear the style is free, I just let it ring. Our time is undervalued, soldiers make us better kings. My fans on my shoulder, reaching after better things. Today I take the shot, for them I'd rather set the screen.
My mama told me follow my dreams. My daddy told me get it by any means. Stand tall, make a bow to a king. But I've evolved, you can see the resolve. Look in my eyes when you speaking to God.
Life and for those who we caught up in using what I was scarred with the muse. I guess they call it proving I'm more than an artist. Penciling out my darkest while stenciling out a harvest. And storing what gets me from A to B, just like garages. Instrumental with collages. Envision what I've been drawing. Broadway to give you rhythm like the great Lena Horne. So bent on, found comfort in the storm. Find peace and on when you see them others perform. Organized chaos, I'll cast it like hey ya.
Yo, party people in the place to be. What's good? It's the number one Chief Rock Knicks universe, your main man, Uncle Freezy, and welcome to the Knicks Morning Drive. Salute to everybody watching us on Playback TV. Salute to everybody watching us on YouTube, on X, and everywhere that you can catch your main man, the number one Chief Rocker, Uncle Freezy. What's good? What's good? What's good? I am joined by BT. Cowboy Bob is in the building.
Good morning. Good morning.
Cowboy
Good morning,
Bob
Freezy.
is in
Good
the
morning,
building.
Pulo.
Yo, what's good, boss?
I'm good, man. How are you doing this morning? Good morning.
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good, man.
Excited.
Yeah, man.
Another day of playoff basketball for the Knicks. I think that's what makes me excited to have back-to-back first-round wins, finally get to talk more than once about first-round exits. So, yeah, it feels good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yo, I feel good also. Man, what you drinking this morning, boss?
Coffee, and I got some, I got the Colombian version of Tang. They're maracujá. So,
Okay.
yeah, I got to keep it going.
Shout out to Colombia. Man, and everything. Shout out to all my people in Brazil, all my Brazilian people, man. Shout out to y'all, man. I love y'all. Shout out to all my Brazilians. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all my Jamaicans, man. Watch it from Jamaica.
Yep.
Man, shout out to everybody watching us from Jamaica. Man, shout out, man. Everybody watching us from the UK, man, salute. New Zealand, Australia, salute, man. Salute to y'all, man. Salute.
Thank you for joining us this morning, guys.
Thank you for joining.
And ladies.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
man. Yeah, man. Virtuoso is in the building. Salute to everybody watching us, man. Anyway, you can watch us at, man. Salute to y'all. You know. Man, you ready to get this party started, boss?
Yep, let's get it done. Let's go.
Yeah, man. So it's easy for a Knicks fan to basically just be like, we're gonna beat the Pacers, and I hear the saying. I think it's a buzz term now. I think people are saying Knicks in 6 in every series. You know what I'm saying? They're like, hey, man, if we can win Knicks in 6.
Mm-hmm.
How are you feeling about that?
I say 6 as a precautionary because it's always the first game. With Philly, you could tell that we actually should have won in 5, but for me in this series, it's based off of pace and how Siakam is and how Hallie is. They only had a half a season together. So for me, I think that they're going to step up. I see in 6, Knicks in 6, just to be safe. But I really want it in 5. Like we win the first 3, they win 1 at home, and then we come back and win it in 5. That I can see, but I'm not gonna call that because that'll be jinxing it, and then everybody says, "Oh, you jinxed us."
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say Knicks in 6.
You gonna say Knicks in 6?
Yeah, I'm worried about this first game. That's what I'm really worried about.
What I'm gonna say is I'm not gonna predict a game. I'm not gonna predict a game, but what I will say is I think you can be confident about getting your playoff tickets for Boston.
Okay.
Right. So however we get there, it doesn't make a big difference to me as long as we get there.
Okay.
Yeah, as long as we get there, you know.
I got you.
Yeah. You want to break down the series?
You know I got the notes for that. Like,
Yeah, I do. Yeah, we got it because we're basketball heads, bro. Hey,
right,
just
well,
Knicks is in the building. Salute.
salute. I got some notes. I mean, before we get into our playoff, what I think, like what I see we can make advantages is as far as our players. I could talk about the Pacers real quick. I want to say that it looks like tonight they're running big. So the only real guard they have there is Tyrese Halliburton. Everyone else is a guard forward or a center. So it looks like they're trying to outsize us with the rebounding game, which means they're going to be attacking with the long ball. But at the same time, it's not going to be rebounds. It's actually going to be putbacks and try to get the fouls. The fact that they're going with the big is going to cause. Oh, my fault. The fact that they're going big is going to cause us to challenge. Basically, Dante's outsized. Brunson's going to be outsized. Josh Hart is going to be outsized early on in the game. So they're going to have a lot of fast-paced scoring and out-rebounding us and try to. But with our setup, I know we're probably going to run Dante, Brunson, Hart, OG, and Hartenstein. With that type of setup, we need to go ahead and just basically play our game regardless of what they're doing because early the first 7 minutes is going to deter how good we're going to play. So
Okay.
that's just some notes.
So you don't believe we're gonna dictate the pace to them? Just asking.
Not off the rip. Off the rip, we need to go ahead and see what they're doing because if they're running bigs, remember these bigs can also run the floor and they could also pull up and they still have a good bench as well. So they're pretty much, to me, it looks like they're saving their bench for when it's time to rest their bigs. They're gonna go fast paced. So for us, if we control it early, we'll shut them down. I don't think we'll be able to dictate because of the size in the beginning. Like to see a size to go that fast as opposed to Philly, the really person who ever had to deal with size was Brunson, a bigger guy guarding him. Everyone else pretty much had their size where they had their matchups. And Indiana is known for pace and mixed matches. So,
Right. My belief is this. First, let me say salute to DSJ. Salute DSJ. He said, hope you and the missus enjoyed the anniversary. Yeah, we did, bro. We did. I had a episode, I gotta for people that know and don't know, I have a heart condition that every once in a while will have me feeling a little out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? But I'll deal with it and then, just step my game up. That's why people are like, sometimes he cranky and hard to deal with. Like Cowboy Bob, they'll be like, yo, sometimes Uncle Freezy be cranky and hard to deal with. They'll know, man. I have a heart condition that legit, it feels like it's trying to take me out of here, but it can't. Right? It's not like a life-threatening thing. It just feel like it. So I just be like, oh, I don't feel well. You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. So, but yeah, man. So the weekend was great. We had a kind of like a 3.5 day weekend, kinda starting everything on Thursday. It was like Thursday, and then Friday felt like a Saturday. and then Saturday felt like a holiday, and then Sunday felt like Saturday, and then here we are.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's one. It was one
Cinco
of
de
those things.
Mayo was
Yeah,
yesterday.
man. For those that are keeping score and stuff, that's kind of what it felt like. Kind of like a 3.5 day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Chop Low is in the building.
Salute, salute.
Salute. Hey, and the only reason why people don't know Chop Low is my brother is because Chop Low is a little bit more gray than I am, than I show. Right. Chop Low's not afraid to show his gray. I'm afraid to show my gray. For real. For real.
You
Like,
crazy.
yeah, Chop Low. Salute to Chop Low and Poppy and Big Bro and everybody in Chop Low world. Chop Low, be safe out there, bro. You know what I'm saying? Chop, be safe out there, Chop. You know we love you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Stay safe out there. Chop always be in the car. DSJ says salute to Cowboy Bob, aka Cherokee Kid, who's known to rob newly opened banks in Oklahoma back in the 1800s.
Wow. Wait, is it the Sinbad version? The Cherokee Kid with Sinbad? I like that one.
Yeah,
That was my
yeah,
good version.
yeah.
He's like, "Woman, what you shooting at? Hand me my rifle." I love that line.
Yeah,
Like, where's
man.
my rifle? I was like, that's a wife you want. She just quick with it too. I'll
Yeah,
take
man. Yeah, man. So yeah, salute to everybody in the chat, man. Salute to everybody watching on X. Of course, you know, I want to get to the y'all know I love talking about basketball
that.
in
Mhm.
general. Y'all know I love talking about like the X's and O's and strategy, personnel moves, you know what I'm saying? Time and score. Like from a coach's perspective, I like doing it like that. A
Mhm.
lot of y'all, like just hearing the basketball overview, and I can dig it. You know what I'm saying? They want to hear brass tacks. Did we win or not? And if we lost, who do we blame? Right? That's what that's what they want to hear. So we're gonna try to provide a little bit of both. Um, um, here we don't generally do fluffy stuff like fluff stuff to try to get in your pocket or nothing. You know what I'm saying? We're just gonna talk that basketball talk the way that y'all like to have that basketball talk to y'all. So yeah, Cowboy Bob, on real talk, man. I think the opposite of what you said. And everybody listen, and I don't do the listen. I don't. Y'all know me. I'm more of a straight shooter, and I know that don't go over well with everybody, but I'm more of a straight shooter. It's like what you see is what you get,
Mhm.
right? And so me and Cowboy Bob and I didn't, say, hey man, you say that side, and then I'm gonna say this side, or I hear Cowboy Bob's take, and then I'll jump on the other side just for some pseudo balance. Um, what I'll say though is I think the Knicks are going to come out tonight and takes Indiana's punch, kind of like what Cowboy Bob said. So I do agree with the first part. So I think Indiana's going to try to throw a haymaker and knock us off the spot. And I think the Knicks will eat it as usual, like every other team. Like we'll take their first punch and then we'll walk them down and then we'll beat Indiana by 10 in game one. Basically, what I mean by that is I think Indiana's gonna try to come out and spread us out and shoot the three and run up and down the floor, and they may do that for the first 5 or 6 minutes of the first quarter, and I mean quarter minutes. I don't mean like real time minutes, right? I think they'll do that for the first half of the first quarter, and then the Knicks will reel them in, and then we'll go into halftime with like a 5-point lead. They'll come out and maybe even take the lead from us, and then we'll put our foot on their throat and then cruise on home to victory. Not cruise in a sense like you don't care, but keep our foot on their neck for the rest of the game. And then so I can see us winning 99-88 or 99-89, something like that.
Okay. I
Yeah.
like that. Because I like that because this actually, which I got in my notes right here, where I was saying we need to take advantage of them early by attacking the rims. And also, with that being said, if they do go big, that's where we take advantage of because when they go small and revert back to their bench, that's when we can go with Mitchell Robinson, Precious Achua, McBride, and start attacking them down low and get their guys on the bench in foul trouble to where we can start effectively changing it. Because I think that they're fast paced. The only way to slow them down is getting their guys in foul trouble. That what else did I have here? I think that Precious Achua, he's gonna be all right. But for the most part, the rotation should be to just keep it going with us. Keep that tax down low. Make sure that their bench doesn't have the advantage in Doug McDermott, TJ McCollum, and Jalen Smith. They're gonna attack as much as they can. Get their bigs. That's why I said get the bigs into foul trouble early. Speed up the game because that's what they're gonna try to do when they bring in Conley and McDermott and all of them. They're gonna try to speed it up here and there and try to keep the pace similar. And I agree with you. I say like the first 7 minutes, I think they're gonna keep that pace going and try to keep up with us. But I don't think it's gonna happen because our advantage is our bench. We have guys that can keep up with their speed, and our 8 can actually beat their 8. Because they only got shooters. We actually got guys that can rebound, assist, box out. So down the line, yeah, I could
Do
see
you
us
fear
winning.
their bench?
Nah,
So
I
you
just
don't.
know that their bench can. I know their bench can outshoot us as far as a 3 because they've been doing it all year. And like for us, the only one who really got on our bench is McBride. I mean, don't get me wrong, Precious can shoot, but how often are we expecting him to make a 3? Anybody else, Mitchell Robinson, like anybody else we have off the bench, you really can't
So
say
you
you
don't
expect.
fear Obi Toppin?
No, who?
Ooh, you don't fear Ben. You don't fear Ben Shepherd.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's just to me, Obi, we know what he is. Like for me, that's what Precious is there for. Precious is there to get rid of basically like Jalen Smith. You want what else Precious should be doing? He should be on Doug McDermott, just to being physical. And that guy, I always forget his name. Teshabua. I don't know his name. Like I saw him because of his site. He's 255. So they're gonna try to attack down low with big guys and Mitchell try to get him in foul trouble. So use Precious. Like I said, I'm not worried about Obi because we got Precious for that.
Right. Okay. Well, Precious hadn't been playing.
And look what he did when he came in against the Sixers just for 7 minutes. Got a block on Embiid the last play, blocked him at the 3-point line, and blocked him again earlier than that. And even OG blocked him twice. So you just need him for a couple of minutes. Think about it. He gets 5 minutes, a rest for OG to rest up on that defense when Siakam's out. That helps us out.
Benny, what are you doing? Benny, what are you doing? So my dog is. So we have offices, adjacent offices, right? So Miss Mocha is in the fancy office with like the first, like with like all the like you walk in there and it feel all professional and shit, and right. And me, I gotta, hey, Cowboy Bob, I have a fish tank in here, bro. That let you know how professional what I am is, right? So I got a fish tank over here, and like manuscripts all over the floor, a little desk table, and a whole bunch of production equipment just thrown everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So Corey Lee is in the building. Corey Lee, why you ain't in the live stream, bro? Corey Lee be slack as hell, bro. Corey Lee be slack as hell, bro. Cowboy Bob, we gonna have to do something with Corey Lee, bro. Like we up here. I've been up since 4:45 this morning, out with the dog. Got manuscripts all over the floor and stuff, man. And fish tank need water in it. Like the fish tank it's 10 gallons, right? So it's legit down about a gallon. I need to fill it up, right? And Corey Lee's in the chat talking about throwing the peace sign to everybody. Jerry Fitz is in the building. Salute to Fitzy. That's our guy. Fitzy be keeping a record straight, and I appreciate that, bro. Appreciate cats like Jerry Fitz being around, man. 20 Sam is in the building. 20 Sam is in the building. Salute.
Sorry.
Yeah, man. So anyways, to the point that we were getting at, and I'm sorry about getting off track just a little bit. I think the part of in tonight's game, because this is going to be a 2-week thing, right? It's going to be a 2-week thing. Let's not assume that we're going to come out and beat Indiana by so many points that they just quit, right? We still have to beat this team 4 times in 2 weeks, right? So my thing is with Indiana, they have dudes that fly under the radar a little bit. The Ben Shepherd kid, I think he's a rookie, right? The rookie dude looks like he's a 3. He's a 2 that plays the 3 for them at times, an active wing. So he's an active wing player. I think they're gonna put him maybe on Brunson some.
Yep.
I don't know if he's a good defender or not, but he's playing about 18 minutes a game. He's shooting 50% from the floor. He's shooting 50% from 3. He's shooting 80% from the free throw line. He's giving them about 6 points a game in 17 minutes. I think, and I don't know because I hadn't watched Indiana enough. I think he is going to be in that Quentin Grimes role for them.
Okay.
And so I think that might be a little bit of something to look out for. Andrew Nimard is definitely something to look out for.
Yep.
I think we got to look out for Nimard also.
I agree with that. But the object, like, I still think that, for me, I think we should just shut down the support when it comes to Siakam and Halliburton. Like, they can both go for 40, but if we shut everyone else down as far as the support, the best they'll score is 100. But this team is averaging, 113, 120 throughout the regular season because of pace of play. So if we can knock them off, 10 to 20 points, that's going to go into our favor because when our offense is struggling, that's when we're going to need to step up. And if we can knock them off with our defense, which I know we can, that'll be in our favor. That's why I said we got both in our favor compared to them. We got rebounding and defense. They just got shooters.
Okay. Well, yeah. I guess it depends on. I guess it depends on a few things. Right? So, I think it depends on how many shots we allow them to take. Not the pace, because people associate common fans associate a fast pace with a number of shots. And that doesn't necessarily equate because you can be a slow pace team that's a very good offensive rebounding team and get a lot of shots in the half court on a slow pace. You know what I'm saying? Like drive to the basket, you miss, grab it, go back up. You know what I'm saying? You miss, grab it, go back up, put up another shot, grab it, put it up. And you know what I'm saying? And so you basically get 5 shots in one possession.
Yeah.
Right? And people associate the numbers with, you know what I'm saying, just up and down the floor. My camera is blurry. Hold on,
a little bit.
I'm gonna dip out and come right back. I don't like the camera making me look fat, bro. I'm a protest.
No, but with the pace of play, I agree with everything that he was saying because to me, that's perfectly what we want. Those 5 attempts on the offensive rebounds, that's perfect because that takes time off the clock and it makes it
blurry.
It takes time off the clock and it takes away their opportunity to score again. So for me, that's what we want. We want second and third opportunities if we miss for our team.
Okay.
We don't want to give them their second chances.
My camera is still blurry. Wow, that's crazy.
Is it on auto zoom or autocorrect?
Yeah, I'm gonna go into settings really quick. Let me see. Camera. I'm still blurry. Okay. That sucks. I'm still blurry. Okay, camera. That's whack. Okay. So it's not my camera, it's StreamYard that's blurring me up. Or I'm sorry, it's not
Corey Lee.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, there it is.
There
There
it
it
goes.
is. There it is.
There you go.
Yeah. I thought Corey Lee was gonna join us, bro. But I guess he not, man. I'm gonna have to have a side talk with Corey Lee.
Okay. I was here too. I was like, we could continue to take over. Matt, good morning.
Yeah, man. What's good, boss? How you doing this morning?
As much as I know that Stephen A. Smith is a fair weather Knicks fan, I think he and I are in the same boat in terms of wavering between confidence and concern about tonight. I mean, we're going up against the highest scoring offensive core in the association in Indiana. This is a team that is known to come at you breakneck pace, fire from the perimeter, and when they need to get in close, bam, they'll stuff it in your face, right?
So how are they going to do that against the Knicks?
Exploit whatever injuries we've got.
Yeah, and the reason why I asked in particular Mets is because during the regular season, good teams often play bad teams. Like for instance, the Knicks will play a good team and then play two bad teams before they see another good team. And it's the same thing with Indiana. Indiana can go to Boston and then the next night they'll be playing the Brooklyn Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And so it's one of those things where you're like, do you really trust? Do you really trust? So I got Bobby backstage. This is new. Hey, Mr. Bobby, how you doing, man?
Hey, Bobby.
Mets knows me for a long time, though. Mets knows me for a very long time.
Okay.
Hi, Mets.
Hey, Bobby.
Hi, Bob. Hi, Uncle.
Hey, how you doing, Bobby? Good morning.
How you doing, man?
Are you guys from New York?
Yeah,
I'm from Jersey City.
Okay, well, it's close from New York. Are you from New York?
I mean, how much closer can you get, right?
Oh, Bob, are you from New York?
Yeah, I'm from the Bronx, Lincoln Memorial
Oh,
Hospital.
I was born in the Bronx. I lived on 233rd Street, and then I moved to Queens.
What? 233rd? 233rd White Plains.
Yeah, it's White Plains. Yep.
The best pizzerias. Remember across the street they used to battle with the fireworks down by the projects. I love that area. Yeah.
Now I live in Vermont, stinky Vermont. No pizza up here. The Knicks. I say the Knicks in 5.
Hey, so Bobby, let me ask before you get into the Pacers thing. So how'd you find out about us? How'd you find out about Blowing Sears?
Well, I just looked and I saw you're live. I like to talk. Mets knows I like to talk a lot.
Yeah,
right,
we're also part of the Big Blue crew.
Yeah, the Big Blue crew. That's where I know you from, Mets. Yes. Yeah, you know the Big Blue crew?
Big Pat.
You know them?
I'm not a Giants fan.
Oh, what team you like?
And it's not
a Bears fan.
Yeah, it's weird, right? It's not because I dislike the Giants or the Jets or the Bills or the Eagles. It's one of those things. So Mr. Bobby, you'll probably know where I'm coming from when I say this, right? When we used to get out of school as kids, we used to play football in the street, right?
Oh, yeah.
You remember that? Play football or stickball in the street, right? And so what happened is when I was young, this was maybe about 1975, 76. I was like maybe 7, 8, 9 years old, something like that. What happened is everybody, all the kids on the street used to claim a team or a star player. Like kids would say, "Hey man, I'm Franco Harris. Hey, I'm Tony Dorsett. Hey, I'm such and such and such." And what happened was I wanted to be somebody, and there were no real teams left. Like guys had Jets jerseys, and like they had Emerson Boozer jerseys, Matt Snell jerseys, and all this from the Jets from back in the day, right? And so I was just standing there, and Mr. Ronald from across the street, he was like, "Hey man, why you sad?" And I was like, everybody picked all the good players, and he was like, "Really? Did anybody pick Walter Payton?"
That's who I was thinking you wanted to be.
And I was like, well, who and and don't judge me, bro, on this one. But back in the 70s, when you were a kid, you were allowed to curse. I mean, you couldn't curse in front of the ladies, but in front of the in front of the men, you could slip out a curse and nobody would say anything, right? And so I was like, man, who the hell is Walter Payton? And I was like 8 years old, right? So and he was like, you don't know who he is? He invited me to his house. I watched a Monday night football game. He ran for like 200 yards. And even cooler than that, for the first time in my life, Cowboy Bob, it's ironic, and you'll see the irony in this. For the first time in my life, I tried this thing called Tang, right?
Oh yeah, Tang.
I saw the commercials. I saw the commercials on TV, but I never had it. Right? I didn't know we were a Kool-Aid drinking house, right?
Oh, Kool-Aid, yep.
Yeah, and so I went to their house, and man, Ron's mom offered me some Tang, and man, listen, we had Tang, shake and bake pork chops, and rice-a-roni, a San Francisco treat. You remember the commercial?
Yes.
Used to come on.
Yeah, rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat.
Yeah. And so from that day, I was like, hey, Mr. Ron, tomorrow I'm gonna be Walter Payton. And he was like, Uncle Freezy, you'll never be Walter Payton, but you can try though. So that's how come I'm a Bears fan.
With the Bears, is that it?
Hey, do you know the YouTube channel called Sports Theory? Sports Theory.
I only know
one guy likes the Chicago Bears and the other guy likes well, there's 3 of them now. Rocha, Sean, and Josh. One likes the Bears, one likes the Dallas Cowgirls, which I hate, and then and then one likes the 49ers. Yep. Hey, Mets, were you upset when they got rid of Barkley? Giants.
Yeah.
And he went to the smelly Eagles. Ugh.
Yeah.
Am I pissed? Bob, what about you? Who you like in football?
Actually, I'm a Giants fan, but to be honest with you, I was the one that believed when we won our 2 Super Bowls. I bet against everybody and I won. So for me,
against the Patriots.
I stopped once we got Odell Beckham. I couldn't watch anymore. So for me, it's him and Barkley. I liked Barkley, how he worked out, but we always have a bad brand of running backs. So for me, I knew Barkley wasn't going to shine with us. We always do running backs disservice. So it is what it is. I'm glad he's still playing, and I'm okay with it.
Well, again, he's going to play for the Eagles. He's going to run over 200 yards against our team.
In case.
Yeah, let's go Knicks.
Yeah, I mean,
so Matt, you were going to answer the question about, before Mr. Bobby showed up, you were going to answer the question about how the Indiana Pacers' high-paced regular season offense was going to attack the Knicks' top-level defense in the playoffs.
It's a case of where you have grit against speed. I mean, if you hit with a wall with enough force and velocity, it does eventually break.
Right.
I mean, if the Pacers are going to win the series, that's what they got to do. Come in at full speed, ram into the wall, and then crash through it.
So what did they do before they got the speed, though, is my question to you. Are they like for instance, are they going to out rebound the Knicks?
Depends on how well Turner does in the middle.
Okay.
I don't think so, because they're 27th in rebounds, and they are one of the worst offensive rebounding teams.
Oh, hey, come on, let Mets finish though. Go ahead.
Oh, my fault.
And while I will concede to Bob's point, they are the 4th worst group of O boarders. What about their D boarders?
Yeah, I don't think they're good there either. But again, that was the regular season. That was the regular season where and I understand that regular season numbers
don't
basically they you can use them because they have a trend or a characteristic, right? But then when you get in the playoffs, you only play one team in the best 4 out of 7.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's the reason why I was asking you, can the Pacers out rebound the Knicks so they can grab the boards and push the ball up the floor?
Again, it's more dependent on how fast they can get from one end of the court to the other. And one could say they got a gimme series with Milwaukee because the injuries laying down on Dame and Giannis crippled Milwaukee. And coupled with Doc Rivers being the most overrated and incompetent coach in the NBA. But that being said, that series against Milwaukee for Indiana played out like I thought. They used their speed to find the gaps, break through, and basically slam it down the Bucks' throats.
So it doesn't matter how many rebounds. What matters is the ones that they do grab, they just take advantage of those.
More or less is what I'm getting at. Yes.
Oh, okay. I'm asking. I just wanted to ask you for clarity because I don't want to have your words minced up, right? I don't want to have your words be chicken salad. You know what I'm saying? So just to get an understanding on what you mean. All right, Cowboy Bob, what do you think? You think that's effective? Like whenever they do get the rebound, push it up the floor, run it down the Knicks' throat.
Yeah, if they're able to get more defensive rebounds and get into transition, it'll be more in their favor. But again, like I said, that's only when they go big. So when they go smaller with Doug McDermott and stuff like that, we can actually come back without rebounding. So the thing is if they get second chance opportunity from the three, I'm more concerned about the and ones because that's what's going to be happening. They miss the three, go right back up with it. They get an and one, there goes the 3-point play. That if they do that, then we can't stop them. So okay. I agree with Mets with the defensive rebounds, getting into transitions. But if they get into a rhythm to where they're out rebounding us, we can't win.
Hey, Mr. Bobby, so what do you think?
We got heart. I'm not worrying. We got heart. Remember that game, 17 rebounds against those smelly 76ers? Right. Hart really played a good game there.
Yeah.
But the question is,
I am not worried about no Indiana Pacers. They're not going to do anything. That's why I say in 5.
Right. I think I agree with you there. I'm on TripAdvisor right now, checking out rooms for Boston, but I'm also on TripAdvisor looking for tickets to Cancun for the Pacers. You know, so you got to be helpful, man. Help your neighbors, bro. So Indiana Pacers fans, if you're watching, I'm on TripAdvisor right now, trying to find good rooms for y'all in Cancun. I mean, we can't help with the entire summer, but I'm sure you'll enjoy however long you spend in Cancun.
Let's just face it. Yesterday, we were already trying to keep our hearts at pace after what happened in the Garden between New York and Carolina.
Yeah. I can't speak to that, bro. I know you guys love the Rangers, man. I don't hate
guy, to be honest.
I don't hate the Rangers, bro. I don't hate the Rangers for hockey fans that are listening. I don't hate the Rangers, and I legit don't hate the Islanders. Sometimes, no lie, hand to the man. Sometimes I just forget the Islanders even exist. I mean,
hey, watch it.
I'm a New Jersey Devils fan. I can't help it, bro.
Oh God, that team.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I was an Islanders fan before Colorado moved to New Jersey. Remember, Colorado had a team before they moved to New Jersey, and they moved here and became the Devils. And so when the Devils got here, we had a team of our own. So, you know,
don't forget we won 4 Stanley Cups straight. Don't forget that.
I understand that. From 81 to 84, right?
With Mike Barcy.
It was 83.
80 to 83.
Trache. Well, I'm getting old, Mets. I'm like almost 56. I forget dates. I'm sorry.
Bro, we like the same age, bro.
You're the same age as I am?
Huh? Yeah.
Bobby, you don't look a day over 45.
Oh, thank you, Mets. I'll take that. From Mets. Thank you, Mets. That's a compliment.
Bobby, you don't look a day over 56,
I've been told
bro.
I don't look a day over 50.
No, he said 46. I'll take 46. That's 2 years younger. 45, I take 11. So what month were you born in, Uncle Freezy?
January.
I was born August 29th, 68.
Okay.
7 months.
In the I was born in the hot summer in the Bronx. Imagine that.
Right.
My mother was
early fall in Brooklyn in 87.
Oh, you were born in Brooklyn?
Yeah, but I don't live there
Oh.
anymore. I only lived there for about 2 years, then the family moved to Staten Island for about 9 or 10. I've been living in the Carolinas for the better part of the last 25, 26.
Oh, what part of Carolina you live? That's a nice area to live in.
I'm living in Concord. It's about half an hour outside of Charlotte.
Oh,
that's
okay.
nice, bro. We were looking at how well. I wasn't looking at houses in Concord, but I
Yeah.
know I have family that was looking at houses
Yeah.
in Concord, man. So yeah, man. My thing with the Pacers run theory is this. I think if the Pacers can't get the basketball, they can't run. Right? It's like Cowboy Bob. You remember the old Minnesota Vikings? They wanted to throw the ball deep, but, but they couldn't pass block long enough, right? So their quarterbacks were getting nailed all the time. They went from like Warren Moon, Randall Cunningham, all those guys, because they had to hold the ball.
Culpepper.
Yeah.
Right,
they had
Johnson.
They had to hold the ball a little bit in order for Randy to get down. And Randy Moss was fast now. Let's not get into it.
Yeah.
Randy Moss, but still, when you throw the deep ball, you got to wait just that little beat longer in order to throw the deep ball, right? And I think that's where Indiana is. Indiana can't run unless they get the basketball. And I don't think and I've been watching basketball for a long time, right? My thing is this. My thing is this. I'm not for sure if Obi Toppin can dominate the offensive and defensive boards. I'm not for sure if Pascal Siakam can dominate the offense and defensive boards. I'm not for sure Miles Turner can dominate the offensive and defensive boards. Now, can they do it by committee? No, because they don't play all three of those guys together. Anytime Siakam's on the floor and Obi's on the floor, that means Miles Turner is not on the floor, right? Anytime Siakam and Turner are on the floor, that means Obi's not on the floor, right? And so if you're asking me if two guys that average 7 or 8 rebounds can step their game up and average 12 or 13 rebounds in the playoffs, if they do, that means they drop the ball in another area, right? Like for instance, if they change their role, that means they're doing something else differently. It's like the fitted sheet theory. Cowboy Bob, you know how when you make up your bed and you pull the fitted sheet tight on one side and it pops off on the other side?
Yep.
I think that's probably what it's going to be like for Indiana. So if they decide to crash the boards, I don't think they'll be able to run. And that also fits into our hand because a running team playing in the half court is gonna be playing outside of their character. So it's one of those things where I feel like the Knicks are gonna win this series because we're a bad matchup for them. Right now, for instance, if they were playing Boston, Indiana, I think they would still lose to Boston, but Boston would run up and down the floor with them because they have better skill players than Indiana. Right. Whereas their point guard, Halliburton, may be better than Drew Holiday, but the other 5 players on the floor, the other 4 players, on the floor, the advantage would go to Boston probably. Like I think Porzingis is better than Miles Turner. I think Tatum is better than Siakam. I think Jaylen Brown is better than Aaron Nesmith. And I think Derek White is better than Andrew Nemert, who was a bench player all year for the most part. So yeah, and so in that case, I like where Mets was going with it. I just don't know. I'm just confused to how they'll be able to execute it without getting outside of what they normally like to do.
Mets.
I'm not sure either. I'm just looking at based on what little I was able to catch of the series between Indiana and Milwaukee as the base, and then see how this could play out.
Right. I think we'll definitely see it tonight on Playback TV. You coming through on Playback TV tonight?
Sure.
Okay. All right.
I mean,
yeah, and so Mr. Bobby, so we generally watch, or not generally, but we just started watching the games together on Playback TV.
Yeah.
so that we can all give our instant input for what's going on during the game. So that when Cowboy Bob is right and so chat, y'all gotta forgive Cowboy Bob for I told you I was right. Okay, Cowboy Bob, we know you right, be right a lot, bro. I mean, calm down, bro. So,
are you allowed to show it on YouTube though?
No. This
no.
is a different server. This is a different platform.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a different platform. Oh, what platform are you watching on?
Playback
TV. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So they let you watch it on that thing?
Yeah, and all of us are in the. It will send. We'll send you the link once I create the. So are you on social media?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Yeah.
Facebook.
Well, what do you want me to be on Twitter?
No, I don't want to. I don't want to have you subscribe to something you're not comfortable with. But the thing is,
no, I like you. You're a nice guy. Yeah.
When you go to Playback TV, you could search Lawrence Tears and just jump in the room, and then you know what I'm saying, if you want to jump on the stage with man, listen, Mets is emotional during the game, bro. Right? You already know that.
Oh yeah, no, he's a good guy. I like him.
Yeah, he's gonna get frustrated during the game, and we all do, right? We
wait he watches the Giant games. He gets we all get frustrated watching that team.
Yeah, and I'm gonna start doing the Mets there too. I'm gonna start doing the Mets there also, but I want to kind of get deeper into
Freezy, I'm going to be blunt. I'm grateful you did not do this weekend series in Tampa. Carlos Mendoza has got to go.
Already.
Who you want as a manager?
Anybody other than him.
Name some out there. Is there any out there you want?
I don't know, but all I'm going to say is this. 3 times now we've had Yankee holdovers come in, and they have screwed the pooch time and time again.
Wow, he's not happy. Holy cow, there he goes. Yeah. Wasn't he a pitcher on the Yankees, right? Carlos Mendoza, right?
I think that was Ramiro Mendoza.
Yeah. Oh, I got the wrong. Oh my God, I thought that was the guy.
Yeah.
Hey Bob, who you like in basketball? In the Knicks?
Yep.
Okay.
That's our team.
I like your hat too.
Oh, thank you. It's a Colombian sombrero. It blocks out the sun.
I bought it on. That's a nice hat. Very nice.
Yeah, I bought it on one of my trips to Finlandia. It's pretty dope. It's a nice area.
Oh, you live in the Bronx still?
No, I'm actually in Colombia right now. So.
Oh, Colombia. Oh, nice weather. Never no snow over there.
Yeah, pure rain.
Well, I'd rather have the rain than the freezing snow and cold weather, right, guys?
I'd rather have
snow.
I'd rather have snow over rain. It's rare when I get a snowfall down here. When it does,
oh yeah, that's true. You got to close down the streets.
It almost just as quickly becomes a sheet of ice.
Yeah, that happens a lot. Yeah, I agree. And you live in where now? New Jersey, right?
No, I'm from So my story is I'm from New Jersey, but I moved around a lot once I became a high schooler. I actually attended 4 different high schools. I attended 7 different colleges, and so I moved around a lot. But right now I'm in beautiful South Carolina.
South Carolina is nice.
In a suburban type area. But here's the thing. Before I got injured and some other stuff, I used to go to a lot of games, Knicks games, travel all over to Knicks games. And so I'm probably the biggest Knicks fan that you would ever want to see. And I'm talking about since the 70s. Right.
You know when the last time the Knicks won the championship?
Yes.
I was only 5.
What part of South Carolina?
I was toddler. We
5 years old. They won 73.
Yeah.
What part of South Carolina are you in, Freezy? Camden, Hilton Head, Charleston?
No, I'm in northern South Carolina, man. In between. So I'm in between Columbia and Myrtle Beach, and so I'm
Myrtle Beach.
Yeah. And so the thing is, I like all those areas, so it's a long story. I'll tell you behind the
Yeah.
I'll talk to you behind the scenes about it, man.
I
It's
think
crazy.
you're a nice guy, Uncle Freezy. I like your name.
Brandon, I've never gone further west anywhere in the country than Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
Ooh,
Yeah.
ooh,
I went there
Kentucky.
once because I took a plane.
Yeah.
I had to lay over in Kentucky.
And that was like
We were in
12
Florida.
years ago because of some tourist sites my mom and my sister wanted to go to. In my sister's case, it was the Churchill Downs and the Derby Museum.
Okay. The Derby. So how'd you like the Derby Saturday?
Oh yeah, that was good.
I'm not big on horse racing, to be honest.
I am. I love betting on the horses.
Did you go up to Yonkers a lot?
I went to Aqueduct and Belmont.
Yeah.
So you've
I
been
don't like the harnesses. No, I'm not a harness.
So you've been to the stakes.
Yeah.
So you don't like the
Belmont.
harnesses, man? The harness racing used to come on. Excuse me,
No, harnesses is stupid. It's hard to bet on them. I like the other one.
They're trotters, bro.
I don't like them.
Isn't that the racing that happens at Yonkers?
I'm just gonna let me turn back the clock just a little bit. So if you're my age or Mr. Bobby's age or somewhere near, you remember Channel 9 WWOR used to show horse racing at 8 o'clock during the week. And that was like the only live sports we can get sometimes.
Yeah.
Right. It'd be like it'd be basketball season and the Knicks would be somewhere and the Nets would be somewhere, no basketball. And so that would be either that or low circuit wrestling.
Yeah, low circuit wrestling. I remember that.
Yeah. And so
we're the old farts. Hey Bob, how old are you?
I'm 40.
You look young. I thought you were like in your 30s.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
And how old are you, Mets?
36.
I thought you were in your 20s, Mets.
Interesting. Yeah, I've got.
You look like you're in your 20s.
Yeah.
Me and Freezy are old farts, right, Freezy?
Yeah, and old farts don't smell good either. By the way,
I know. I know.
So here's the 19 comment. NYC says. He says, "Oh yeah, that's right." He says, "He's 6'7", 350. You can't get much bigger of a Knicks fan than him." Exactly. So it's actually 352 after this weekend. Man, I ate cheesecake. I ate cheesecake yesterday. I had steak and some other stuff.
Oh, cheesecake. Oh, you like cheesecake?
Not specifically. I like New York. Well, y'all already. Yeah. You know, some things.
I miss New York pizza though.
Yeah, some things go without saying, bro.
I miss Mr. Softy. What about Mr. Softy?
Man, listen. I wound up getting a girlfriend over Mr. Softy, bro. I had $1.
Really?
Yeah, I had $1. Yeah. Remember when the cones were 35 cents? The
cones?
Yeah, when they were 35 cents, and she was looking, and I was like, "Hey, you want a boyfriend?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "I'll buy you an ice cream cone," and she was like, "Yes."
You bribed her.
Yeah.
And you guys ever go to Right Playland?
Think about it. A woman. When have you ever seen a woman turn down a gift? I'm curious.
I know, right? Never. I never saw that. They want a gift all the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did anybody ever go to Right Playland?
I used to.
Of course.
Not really. I mean, if I ever went to a theme park as a kid, it was usually Dorney and Wildwater out in Allentown.
Right. No Action Park? No Action Park?
Hell
Remember those? Remember those ice cream cones?
When I was a kid, I was I was living in Staten Island at the time, and we used to go to this retreat out in the Blue Mountain part of Pennsylvania, and during the summer, and the closest amusement park was Dorney out in Allentown.
Right.
So
remember those ice cream cones at Right Playland? They were huge.
So I spent most of my summers going there.
They were bigger than me when I used to eat them.
75, bro. They was 75 cents, bro.
Yeah, I remember that. Remember how tall I was?
Yep, I remember that. 75 cents, man.
Okay, you know what movie? You know what movie was filmed there?
No.
You ever watch Big?
Yeah,
I think I remember that. The Tom Hanks movie from '83.
Yeah, do you remember when he went to that booth with that memorizing eyes? Yeah. That was rightfully.
bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. The first time I had that ice cream cone, I got a medical condition on the spot. I had no idea what was going on. I just
no.
I fell in the grass. No, I
Yeah.
fell in the grass, but I kept the cone though. I did not a drop of ice cream was spilled
Oh, that's
when I fell.
good.
Right, but the medical condition, I couldn't figure it out. I was like, "Hey, man, my head's hurting, man." Blah blah blah.
Brain
And
freeze.
my uncle
Oh,
was like,
brain freeze.
my
Yeah.
uncle was like, "Man, get your silly ass up. You got brain freeze." I'm like,
Yeah.
I know. This I'm a kid, bro. This is too much for me. What's going? I'm having fun. I got ice
Yeah.
cream. I'm actually looking at real grass.
Yeah.
And you
If
ate
you're
it.
from the city, you
Yeah.
never saw that much grass and that many trees at one time, bro. Not if because I used to spend my summers in the South Bronx, bro. We never saw that many trees before.
No, you
bro.
never
Crazy.
did that.
Yeah,
South
yeah.
Bronx.
I was overwhelmed.
No.
Where I spent most of my summers up in the Pennsylvania mountains, there were plenty of trees.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you guys used to pick apples?
No, this is. I used to a few times during the fall. Yeah,
Bro, that was going to an apple orchard.
Long
in New York.
Island.
Yeah. So I went to one on Long Island, I think. But my mom's friend from work took us to a place. It was north of Mount Vernon.
Mount Vernon.
Going past Mount Vernon, going past, I forget what it was. We went there a couple times. We went there a couple times, bro. But we stopped at this Cowboy Bob. This is gonna be hilarious, right? We stopped at this white building that looked like a castle, right? I was like, "Is that Burger King?" That Burger King looks funny, right? That Burger King looks funny, right? So she's like, "No, fool, that's White Castle."
Oh, I
like,
love White Castles. Oh, I love
bro.
White Castle's not really my cup of tea, and the only place I can find these days are in the frozen food section of the supermarket.
Yeah, that's where you find them here in Vermont. Yeah.
Yeah, and so my thing was my first time going, she was like, "How many burgers do you want?" And I was like, "How many burgers do I want?" My mom always tell me to get one burger, and I'm in here. You're asking me how many do I want? And her son, which was the same age as me, right? He was like, "Mom, I want 6 of them," and I was like,
"They're so small."
Burgers? Yeah, man.
I know. I love.
There was onions inside the patties.
Oh no, that's fine. I like that.
Yeah, man.
Oh, I love White Castle.
Man, I love White Castle, bro. I'm not even gonna lie to you. And there's an older guy that's put on some weight over the years. I probably shouldn't love White Castle, and my body doesn't necessarily love White Castle. But bro, if I ever get a chance, bro, I'm going in. Yeah,
you guys like hot dogs?
Oh, the glizzies, I don't know, man. It depends on. So they have to be beef hot dogs.
Yeah.
I don't like the whole mixed hot dog. I don't like grocery store hot dogs like that, bro.
No. Do you like spread hot dogs?
Yeah, we used to get them on the corner.
Yep.
Yeah.
When where Yankee Stadium is, me and my brother used to get it before we go into the stadium all the time. It's much cheaper. You get it. Oh God! Nowadays, forget it.
When I went to Shea
Stadium, walk in Yankee Stadium, $10 a hot dog.
When I went to Shea Stadium with my elementary school as a kid,
they
only sold the Cons hot dogs, which were fine.
Oh, Cons, yep, I remember Cons.
Yeah, those are due. Yeah, those are due too. Yeah.
I miss the old Shea Stadium though. I'm not a big fan of the new New York Stadium. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know what though, Conway Bob, true story. My pops was raising me as a Dodgers fan, right? And it's because it goes back. It's not even because he liked the LA Dodgers, right? My pops and his brother, they started out as Brooklyn Dodgers fans, right? And so they moved to LA and all that stuff. And he tried to get me to become a Dodgers fan. So he took me to basically every time the Dodgers played the Mets in Shea Stadium, he would take me to one of the games in the series, right?
Mhm.
Or try to. If it was on the weekend, if it was on a weekday, of course, a kid's not going, not traveling,
Oh, yeah.
on a weekday on a school night, right?
Mhm.
So no lie, one night the Dodgers were in first place. I think this may have been like I was little, like maybe 5 or 6. The Dodgers were the best team the Oakland A's were the best team in baseball,
Mhm.
right? But the Dodgers were really good. The Cincinnati Reds were really good. The Baltimore Orioles were really good, right? So we get there in about the 6th inning, the sky just busts open, man. Right? It'll rain really hard and then it'll stop, and then it'll rain really hard and then stop. And so we're sitting out there drenched, right? My pops is, 2 sheets in the wind by then. Back then you can drink in public and nobody even, but
Mhm.
but he was smashed, bro. And so he bought me the value meal. So what it is they would take a helmet of any team that you want, right?
Mhm.
He bought me the Dodgers helmet, right? And it came with a bag of peanuts, a hot dog, and a wristband, right? And a drink,
Yeah.
right? And so I was sitting there, I'm looking at the Dodgers. He was like, "Put that Dodgers helmet on, man." I was like, nah. He's like, "It's raining." I was like, He's like, "Yo, I'm your father. I'm telling you, put that damn hat on." Like he's mad because I won't put the Dodgers hat on, the Dodgers helmet on, right? And so it's like the 11th inning, right? In a pouring down rain. And the Dodgers are they bring in their star reliever. They're about to close out the game. And some light hitting guy off the bench from the Mets comes up and hits a walk-off home run, right?
You know
And
who it was?
I can't remember. I can't remember who it was. I
What's the
can't.
number? Do you remember?
No, I don't. I can't even remember. You know what? As a matter of fact, I want to say it was somebody like Joe Youngblood or somebody, but that was
I
way
love Joe Youngblood. Holy
that
cow!
was
Yes.
but at that time it was Joe Youngblood had come along later, right?
What about Rusty Staub? Was it Rusty Staub?
Nah, Rusty Staub was a starter at that point.
No, he played the bench sometimes, right, Matt?
Yeah, in the late 70s, early 80s.
Oh.
Yeah, he was a pinch. He and Lee Mazzilli. But
Yeah,
the thing
Lee Mazzilli. Oh my God, we're going back. Oh my God, how we going?
Yeah, and so but back then it was like a light hitting dude. I think it was like a Spanish dude, right? May have been Felix Milian or something. I can't remember.
Felix Mion, yeah. Oh
Yeah,
yes, I used to like that guy too.
Yeah, and I can't remember who it was, but he comes
Yeah.
up and hits a walk-off, right? And out of the blue, the Mets shoot off fireworks. Pew, 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 all in the air. And bro, when you were a kid, and you see the thing about fireworks, bro, is we only saw them once a year, and probably at Liberty Park or back in the day for the New Yorkers, probably at Battery Park, you would see like the fireworks and all that stuff, right? But man, it was pouring down rain, and all the drunk people were up trying to dance, but they were drunk, falling all over each other, and everybody was up high fiving, throwing peanuts in the air, and fireworks were going off. And my pops looks at me. And he's like, "Man, put that helmet on. I told you, boy, you better go home sick." And I was like, "Pops, man, I'm a Mets fan." I told him I was a Mets fan, and you could see the tear just roll out of his eye. Because he was a Dodgers fan trying to get me to be a Dodgers fan.
Yeah.
And then
Dad. Forget about it.
Yeah, so I can't remember who it is.
And was the beer Schaefer beer?
Say it again.
Was it Schaefer? Did they sell Schaefer beer there, right?
Yeah, Schaefer and Schlitz. They sold all the old. They sold.
Yeah, Schaefer. I remember that at Shea Stadium. They used to have the school, the billboard Schaefer. Yeah.
That and Manufacturers Hanover.
Yeah, I remember that. Oh my God, we are going back, way back.
Way back, man. I can't help it, bro.
God, I know, Bob. We are old farts. I'm telling you, we're like 10 years older than you.
I can't help it, man. It's that.
I know.
I remember going to Yankees games because I love baseball, right? But Yankees used to have this sponsor called Minolta. I don't know if they still have.
Yeah, Minolta, yes.
Yeah, and I remember their commercial used to be like deep like the mines of Minolta. You know what I'm saying? That used to be their thing. And Cannon and all those man. I used to go to Shea Stadium, and it was so dark and dingy in there. And then you go to Yankee Stadium, it was like a palace.
Right. No, I like both stadiums. I miss both stadiums because back then when you could see the players come in, now you
Yeah.
can't because they
Now you
drive
can't.
underneath the stadium. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You want
Times
to?
have
Can
definitely
I tell you a
changed.
story about me and my brother at Yankee Stadium?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Okay. See, remember when they put the wood in the horses up so you can't get over it?
Yeah.
So my brother liked Lou Pinella, so he wanted to get his autograph. So he
Yeah.
goes underneath the horses, right? And he got Lou Pinella's autograph. Okay. Then he runs back. Then the cop comes over to my dad. If he does that again, I'm gonna give you a summons. And then my mom says, "Oh, I dare you to give him a summons. I dare. But you go out after the real criminals. You know that's what your
Right.
job is, isn't it? Not
Right.
because a little boy got an autograph. You know."
Right.
He met Lou Pinella 3 times. Once in the hospital because my brother had scoliosis, and his son got hurt, and he had a doctor's appointment. My brother, he said, "Guess who's at the hospital? Lou Pinella." And over there, see him. So that's good. Lou Pinella, remember him?
Yeah, I remember Lou Pinella. I remember all those. I remember all those Yankees teams, bro. I remember Craig Nettles, Bucky Dent,
Oh
Willie
yeah.
Randolph.
What do you think about Don Manley? Do you like Don Manley?
Yeah, I think he should be in the Hall of Fame.
No, I don't like him. Really
that was one of the reasons why I became a Yankee fan. I like Don Manley first.
I think there was.
You really like Don Manley? I never liked him. I like Tito Martinez better over him.
He now contracting spinal stenosis.
Who?
Yeah.
Donnie, you never knew the reason Donnie tailed off in the back end of his career was because he suffered from spinal stenosis.
Oh, I have that. I have that now too. But no. The reason why I don't like him, we went to a Yankee game, and this little kid wanted an autograph from him, right?
Yeah.
So he came in and says, "Oh no, I can't give you an autograph," and the poor kid was crying his eyes out.
I know that feeling.
You know, yeah, you gotta give kids their autographs. You know, you don't treat them like garbage. So I call them a-hole. So I hope he heard me. So.
Here's a little story you guys should know.
Yeah.
Subway Series 98, first game at A between the Mets and Yankees. Yankees won. My dad and I go to the back gate to get autographs from the players. We get a couple of Yankee bench players, but everyone else just walks by us. I am pleading for someone to give me a damn autograph, crying my eyes out, and this pissed both my parents off. They write both teams, and between the two, only the Mets give me a legit care package. All I get from the Yankees is a perfect game ball from the game, one of the balls David Wells threw for his perfect game, and a team ball. Let's give me a team ball, a kid jersey, a 98 program, and tickets to any game of my choice.
Wow.
Or by the team.
Wow.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I didn't get to use that until exploit the tickets until July because my family was bouncing around the South until August because all of July we were never home, so the packages had to be forwarded constantly. First, we were in for a week, then a week or so in Georgia, and then another 2 weeks in Kannapolis until finally the package arrived at the house we were staying in at the time.
Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
I met P. Rose at Shea Stadium in person.
Okay.
He was a nice guy too.
I never met anybody. I'll tell you a Knicks story though.
Yeah.
And Clyde Frazier, if you're watching, that kid was me, right? So,
really?
Yeah.
Oh,
so
you met him.
Yeah. So what happened was, we grew up in like a very ghetto hood area, right? Crime was crazy, and for those that grew up in the Bronx, in the Bronx, y'all already know where I'm going with this, right? Because the Bronx and Jersey City are mirror image, or it was back then. They were mirror images of each other, right?
Okay.
So growing up, I would hear adults talk about the Knicks, Cowboy Bob. They would, like my uncles and them, they'd be talking about Windmill Phil and all these guys, and I was like, okay. And they asked, they were like, "Hey man, Uncle Freezy, who's your favorite team?" And I was like, that's easy, fool. And this is me talking to my uncles, right? I'm like
Yeah.
5 years old. I'm like, that's easy, fool. My favorite team is the Harlem Globetrotters. They'll beat anybody. Right. And it's because the Harlem Globetrotters were my favorite team because
Yeah.
they would have the dopest commercials on TV. They'd be playing Sweet Georgia
Yes.
Brown, and they'd be having so much fun at the game. And when you watch Channel 5 back then, Channel 5 would be showing all the commercials and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And so my uncle was like, "Hey man, you want to go to the Knicks game?" I was like, "No." He was like, "But they're playing the Lakers." And I'm like, I don't. They not the Harlem Globetrotters. And he was like, "But they play in Madison Square Garden." And I was like, "Well, what are the Knicks doing in the Garden? Why are the Knicks playing in Madison Square Garden? That's where the Globetrotters play at, right?" This is me talking to my uncle, right? A kid, I don't know. I was naive or whatever.
Mhm.
So anyway, I go to the game, and it's just like you'd imagine. You're walking in, and this is the old entrance, everybody. This is the old entrance, right? Big sidewalk, all the stuff leading into the Garden. And you would walk inside, they'd have all these shops and stuff. And so we go into the game, right? And we're sitting like, I mean, we had great seats, bro, but I'm not impressed because I'm a kid, right? I mean, we have great seats. We're like 10 rows back behind the Knicks bench and all that.
Wow.
And even right now, those tickets would be amazing, bro.
Oh yeah,
10
a lot
rows
of
back
money
behind
for
the
that.
Knicks, bro. Those tickets would be $1,700. Yeah, right now, yeah. And so, we're walking out. We're walking out of the game. The Knicks lose to the Lakers. The Lakers run the Knicks off the floor and whatever. And so we're walking out, and it's a bunch of Knicks outside, just like giving stuff, trying to thank everybody, whatever this thing is. And so I walk up to Clyde Frazier. Now, mind you, I'm a very, very, very large human being, bro. Right? Like 6'5", like 3 something, whatever it is. And so I look at the dude, and I don't know who he is, right? But I see everybody just surround this dude. And I'm like, okay, so he must be famous. Let me go over there and see who it is. So Clyde Frazier, I walk up to him and I'm looking, Cowboy Bob, and when I say I'm looking in the sky, bro, up at Clyde Frazier, like
it was at 7'4", right? 7 something.
Nah, he was like 6'4". But
6'4".
when you're 5 years old, bro.
Oh yeah, they're taller than
yeah. So he was like, he put his hand on my head, bro, and I swear his fingers were all around. Like he legit could palm my skull. That's how big he was, bro.
Oh wow.
And he signed a program and gave it to me. And he was like, "Hey, you play basketball, kid?" I was like, "Yeah, one day I'm gonna take your job." This is me talking to Clyde Frazier, bro. I don't know that. Hey, Cowboy Bob, that's why they call me Uncle Freezy, bro. I've been an uncle since I was born, bro. I legit was been that same guy since I was born, man. The same way, right? So Clyde Frazier gives me the autograph thing and some gloss. Y'all remember 8x12s when players take a headshot, it'd be like a glossy and they'd sign it or whatever. And so I get a few of those, and Clyde Frazier said, that dude right there said he was gonna take my job. Hey, Clyde Frazier, if you watching, that kid is me, bro.
Don't worry, you can still take the announcing gig from him.
no, I could never. No, I'm at point guard.
Oh, you know what? I never went to a Knicks home game. I never went to Knicks home game.
Yeah,
Never
it was.
did. I wish I can.
I hadn't been to many as an adult. Like, and once I moved away from the city, it just got when you're raising a family, on a regular guy's salary, you know what I'm saying, those Knicks home games can be kind of pricey. So when I moved down here, I decided to catch as many games. It didn't matter what city. It didn't matter if it was Orlando, Atlanta, Charlotte, wherever I would go, especially Charlotte. When in Charlotte, I would go to however many. Whenever the Knicks were in town, I'd be there. And in Atlanta, I would make it a weekend.
Very good.
Yeah, man. So, are you guys? Because I have a sense that you guys are comfortable that the Knicks are going to beat Indiana. Are you guys
in 5. 5.
I'd say 6.
What about you?
6. I think 6.
I'm gonna say this about Indiana. I wouldn't be surprised if we swept them, but I also wouldn't be
really?
surprised.
You going 4-0?
No. Hear me out.
Oh,
No, I'm saying I wouldn't be surprised if we swept them, but I would also not be surprised if the game, went 7 games. If the series went 7 games, but ultimately, I'm thinking the Knicks are going to win. I'm confident that the Knicks are going to win. So,
and then they play those smelly Celtics, and then we go to the championship against. I'm thinking Dallas Mavericks.
Wow. Okay, I didn't expect
That's my
that.
prediction. This year is the next year. I can feel it. It's like 1973 again.
Mitch, you thinking this is the next year also?
Yeah, I mean, but there may be a team that could throw a wrench into that out of the West. And in my view, it could either be the Wolves or the Thunder.
So you don't agree with Mr. Bobby?
I mean, I do. It's just that I'm being more realistic and keeping myself on the saying we gotta be on our toes if we make it to the finals.
Right.
Yeah, but anything can happen. I think the Mavs good.
Anything can happen, bro. I mean, I don't want to predict either way. I think anything can happen. Now, okay, so let me say this because it sounds like I'm on the fence. Generally, I'm more declarative than that. I'm not really on the fence type person. What I'm saying though is I'm confident that the Knicks are going to beat the Pacers. I'm confident in the Knicks Celtics series, and I'm confident against anybody that comes out of the West. Yeah, right. So I don't want to predict a game or something like that. Ironically, I'm more confident against the Celtics than I am against the Pacers and the Western Conference opponent. Wow. And I know. I think it's justified.
Just because Porzingis is out.
No, I think the Celtics are soft.
Yeah.
I think
people were saying that. I hear that a lot.
I think this Boston Celtics team that we're watching is like the old Sacramento Kings.
Of the 90s.
When I see them, when I see the Boston Celtics, I see Chris Webber, Doug Christie, Mike Bibby, Brad Miller, Vlade,
Stojakovic.
Yeah, Stojakovic. That's what when I see the Celtics, that's what I think. Right now, is it fair? I'm a fan. Right, like being a fan, things are never going to be fair one way or the other, right? Because as a fan, you want your team in baseball. You want your baseball team to go 162-0.
Oh, that's never going to happen,
and it's never going to happen, right? But every game, you root for your team to win, right? Yeah, Cowboy by every game, you root for your team. In basketball, you want your team to be 82-0. And not long term. I'm talking about from day to day. Every day, you want every game, you want your team to win, right? No reasonable fan at the beginning of a season is going to say 82-0. But as from game to game, you want your team to win every game. You're going to root for them. You're going to pull for them. Every missed shot, every yeah.
Well, the only really team in football that it was Miami Dolphins. 1972.
I'm sorry, say that again.
1972, the Dolphins went undefeated.
Yeah, the 72 Dolphins went under,
yeah. And the Patriots almost did it, but the Giants beat them in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That was great. I love that.
I'll tell you, Mr. Bobby, I'll tell you somebody that I know, and this might surprise you, but I have an interview on this channel with Pro Football Hall of Famer Harry Carson.
No way.
Where we sat down. Yeah, we just sat down and chopped it up for like 2 hours, bro. Just all types of stuff. High school football, college football, the pros. He told the story about how Harry Carson told the story about how he was moved from defensive end to middle linebacker. And in that room were 4 guys and I know you know their names, right? So
Oh yeah.
in the
Oh, I
room,
have to tell you about two of them. Okay,
yeah,
after you finish.
yeah, the four guys, the defensive coordinator was Bill
Oh,
Parcells.
Bill.
Bill Parcells
No,
and
no, it
his
was Bill Belichick.
no, hear me out. Listen to me. Hear me out,
Oh,
man.
okay.
So, and this is before Ray Perkins got fired.
Oh, okay.
This is
Gotcha.
before Ray,
Gotcha.
yeah, this is before Ray Perkins got fired. So
Oh yeah, Ray Perk.
the defensive coordinator was Bill Parcells.
Yeah.
His coach, his lead assistant was Bill Belichick, right?
Yep.
The other assistant was a guy named Marty Schottenheimer.
I remember him.
Yeah,
Yep.
Marty Schottenheimer is the one that suggested it, that he made the move. And then the low guy on the totem pole, right? The guy that just barely hanging on, the guy that the assistant that was an assistant and had a part-time job was a dude named Bill Cowher.
Oh, I remember him, the Pittsburgh Steelers guy.
Yeah, remember when Schottenheimer left to take the job in Cleveland?
Yeah,
he took Bill Cowher with him.
Oh, really?
Right, yeah. And then when Cowher took Bill, when Schottenheimer took Bill Cowher with him, they replaced him with a dude named Romeo Cornell. I don't know if y'all remember.
I remember him. Yep, he came over to the Giants. Yep.
Yeah. So he told the story about.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead, bro.
The Giants, the Steelers only really had 3 head coaches in their lives. Do you know who they were?
Yeah.
4. I mean, it's actually 4.
No, it's 3.
Tomlin.
Oh, it's 4. Yeah, it's 4. You're right. Now it's 4. Yeah, and yeah, now it's 4.
Yeah.
Do you know who they are?
Cowher, Tomlin.
Yep.
I don't know who the other 2 are.
You know
What?
Uncle Freezy?
You don't know who the other coach is, Matt?
I don't keep.
Well, he's younger than us. Remember that, Uncle Freezy.
You don't know who the Steel Curtain coach is?
Yeah, he does. He's younger. I don't think he was even.
We got to hold him accountable, bro.
That's the one where he won 5 championships in 10 years.
Yeah, in order to be a sports fan, you got to know certain stuff, bro.
Yeah, no, but he's younger than us. Don't know. I wouldn't get. He got 2 of them, but
it's Chuck Noll.
Yep.
Chuck Noll was the coach. Yeah.
Chuck Noll was the first one. Yep.
Yeah.
Second one was who? Was the second one?
Bill Cowher.
Yep.
Bill Cowher took over for Chuck Noll because Chuck Noll, towards the end of his career, was kind of like Tom Landry, where he knew a lot of stuff, but he just couldn't relate to the players. You know how coaches get older and they just can't relate to the players, and kind of like Billy Martin. Hey, Bob, you remember Billy Martin?
Billy Martin, yes, I love them kicking the
Billy
dirt
Martin,
at the umpires.
Billy Martin knew baseball, bro. We saw him turn around the Oakland A's and the Texas Rangers before he got and the Minnesota Twins.
Yep.
And the Minnesota Twins, bro. Yeah. But he just couldn't relate to today's players or at that time. At that time, the players were different.
Yeah.
He just couldn't relate to him, bro. That's why Billy Martin kept getting fired, because he would instill the X's and O's. Like, Billy Martin was an excellent in-game strategist. And and bro, if you had any speed on your team, his team would run you off the field, bro.
Yeah, well, we have Ricky Henderson.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Baltimore manager who got a PC baseball simulation game named after him?
Yeah, I think so.
Earl Weaver?
Yeah, him.
Yeah.
Oh, Earl Weaver is another one. Remember how crazy he was?
Yeah, man.
He used to get ejected all the time, man. Oh my God, throwing bases at umpires all the time. Holy crow! I remember him.
But Earl Weaver managed a different style game. Earl Weaver managed with pitching and power. He would legit have the best pitching rotation in baseball.
Definitely he did.
And he would Earl Weaver would play for 3-run homers and a sacrifice fly. Right?
Yeah,
he'd
Palmer.
And it led to a lot of success for Baltimore, didn't it?
Yeah.
We
beat them in the World Series in 1969. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I like Pittsburgh's Pirates though when they beat the Orioles. I have to say, we are family. My
they were. They were a good franchise,
Billy
bro.
Stargell. Oh my God, we're going back, Uncle Freezy.
Who was their right fielder? You remember their right fielder?
Bobby Bonds?
No, not the Yankees.
No.
Not the Yankees right fielder. I'm talking about the Pirates.
No, the Pirates.
It was Dave Parker. Remember, he was 6'6".
Oh yeah, Dave Parker. Yeah, the snake. Yeah, the snake.
Yeah,
Cobra.
yeah,
Cobra.
yeah.
Willie
Yeah,
Sargent was the sergeant.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I love that team. That was
They had
amazing.
Omar Marino in center field. Remember Omar Marino?
Oh, Omar Marino. Oh my God, we going.
I think we've gone a little too off track with the topic.
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking
It's
about
Mr.
all
Bobby's.
sports. Sorry about it.
It's Mr. Bobby's fault. He showed up here with all that knowledge, and we just wanted to share it.
Yeah, but the Knicks are gonna win it in 5. Mets, I said. Yeah,
I'm gonna say 6, more to be on the safe side.
Well, don't they? If they get 6, they got to go back to Indiana, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just.
Well, let's win it at home. Let's win it in 5.
Then again, game 1 is critical.
Yes,
One of the
definitely.
Knicks' Achilles
And I-
heel?
yeah.
When they lose game 1, they tend to fall apart in a series. Maybe getting
Yeah, that's true.
2 at most.
Yeah. I think we take 2 here, win 1 at Indiana, and go home and win it. That's it.
And close them out. Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
can
then
see
the Celtics together, we're probably going to take that to game 7.
I would say the key to the series with the Knicks and Indiana, another key is, and Cowboy Bob and I are going to agree on this, and we talk about this all the time. The Knicks have to hit free throws late.
Oh yeah, definitely.
If we continue to miss free throws late in games, keep teams around. And the thing about it is I don't necessarily care what your free throw percentage is on a regular season.
Just
right
in
the clutch, you gotta hit free throws. You gotta hit
definitely.
free throws, man. You know, and I know it's not as easy as what people think. There are people are like, they're free, why don't you hit them? But free throws, they're easy in an empty gym with a coach shagging balls for you, right? But when you have 20,000 people screaming and you've played basically played 2 hours of marathon basketball up and down the floor, and your nerves are on end, you know, it's one of those things where free throws are not really as easy as what people think.
Didn't Shaq always have a hard time shooting free throws too?
In the regular season,
he always stuck from the stripe.
Yeah, I know. Right? I remember that for some reason.
If Shaq was an 80% free,
I always liked Shaq though.
Yeah, if he was an 80% free throw shooter, he would have been like the GOAT for all stats.
Oh yeah,
because of the amount of times he got there. That's how important it is with free throws, though. Because
I don't like Queen
they could have won.
Yeah. If this Knicks squad gets to the conference finals, I know fans are screaming, "We want Boston."
Yeah.
You say, in my view, don't jinx it. You do that, that's a death warrant.
What?
Chanting, "We want Boston."
Yeah, we want Boston. We want the best in the league. We want to take care of them. Take care of them in 6 or 7.
And you got to get through Indiana, though.
Yeah, we're gonna get through them. We're gonna go through 5.
Wouldn't you want to pick apart the weaker? But wouldn't you want the fresh and the better carcass in Cleveland in the conference finals?
To be honest with you, man, I don't care. If Cleveland gets to the Eastern Conference Finals, good, because our goal is not to lose to Indiana and watch other teams play. That's not our goal. Our goal is to win an NBA title. So if Boston's in the way or Cleveland's in the way, it doesn't matter, because either of the two would be in the way. Right? Definitely. My thing is if Boston gets eliminated by Cleveland and the Knicks win a championship, when we talk all summer, we're not going to be talking about how this championship means less or has an asterisk by it because we didn't play Boston. We're not going to be thinking that. We're going to be thinking Cleveland was the better team at the time. We beat Cleveland, and we went on to beat the representative from the Western Conference.
Cleveland barely beat the Magic, so who cares? They're going to get swept, get killed in 5.
Yeah, I mean, for us, I don't care, bro. I don't care.
I'd have the Celtics.
Yeah, I don't. bro, the championship celebration we'll be having once the Knicks win a championship will not be marred if the Celtics get eliminated by the Cleveland Cavaliers.
No, it doesn't matter who you play. It's the playoffs. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, it
through
doesn't
whoever
matter.
you play. But I'd rather play the Celtics.
Yeah.
I want to like back in 1986 when the Mets beat the Red Sox.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Uncle Freezy, you have a great show. I love your show.
Yeah, man. I generally try to stay on topic more, man. We drift a little bit. We're known for drifting.
I'm sorry. I'm a
no.
I'm from New York. I talk a lot.
Nah, man. We don't mind that. I'm saying we drift a lot. And you know what I'm saying? So it could be because it's an open, like we have an open forum, but we want to talk Knicks, right?
Oh, definitely. I'll talk more Knicks about. Yeah, I love my Knicks.
Yeah, but the thing is sometimes the conversation goes in a different direction, and you're going to be
both
here.
56. We're both 56. We're getting old.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Remember names like Michael Ray Richardson and Ray Williams and Bill Cartwright and Mike Woodson.
Oh, yes.
Like Cowboy Bob. People forget the Knicks drafted Kurt Rambis. I remember when we drafted Kurt Rambis, I was like, what are we going to do with another power forward? And then they cut him because we had too many
then he went
forwards.
to the Lakers.
Yep. Yeah.
I love his glasses. Do you love his glasses?
I love. And I think Kurt Rambis was really built for New York to play here because he was tough. You know what I mean? And so that fit our style. But at the same time, you can't go into the regular season with 7 power forwards.
No.
or 6 power forwards, or however many we had at the time.
Hey Bob, what time is it over near you?
It's 9:30.
10:30 for me.
Oh, you're only an hour difference?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Central time, right by Mexico, pretty much.
Oh, okay. You live in Mexico.
On the eastern side of the Mississippi. But regardless.
So Sherwin says, if you guys think the Knicks can beat Boston, I have swampland in Maine to sell you. Hey,
Sherwin, we don't need negativity here.
As much as I want a free chance to get a lobster fishing license, I'm not taking that risk for swampland.
Sherwin, don't.
I'll take that. The algae. What you talk about? The algae you can grow from the swamp, you can turn around and make it into fertilizer and food for the fish. So you can make money off of a swamp. You can make more money from the swamp.
Doesn't that sound negativity to you, Uncle?
But I just want. But if I ever move to Maine, I'm just doing it for one thing: the damn lobsters.
Oh, lobsters are good.
Yeah, lobsters are good.
You can't, at this point, you cannot look at any type of slander or slander towards the Knicks as negative because at the end of the season, with all the injuries we've got, we're the 2nd seed. With all that's been going on about rotations and this and that, we're past the first round. Even Paul Pierce had to eat his words. So for me, any of this slander that they're giving, I'm just going to sit back and be like, the Knicks will prove you guys wrong because they've been doing it all season.
Yeah, I think Sherwin should eat his words, but he said, I don't.
I wanted to say this to a certain someone on TV.
Yeah.
Stephen A. Smith, I dare you. If the Knicks win the chip, you got to shave your head and eat every bit of locks that are clipped off.
Stephen A. Smith, always comes up. I got a trivia question for you. What shows sometimes does he pop onto?
Morning talk.
No.
I know the one you're talking about. Tucker Carlson.
No, No. It's 3:00. It comes on here, and it's 3:00 in New York too. It comes on.
Okay.
In the afternoon. General Hospital. That's my show.
Oh, General Hospital. Yeah,
it's still on.
Yeah, he goes on there sometimes. He's Sonny's bodyguard. He works with Sonny.
I've never been a fan of soap operas.
Oh, I love soap operas. General Hospital.
Get them at 12 o'clock in the afternoon, from like 12 to 3 o'clock. You just be sitting there watching it. Yeah.
Oh, I remember General Hospital. Well, I only really got into General Hospital.
One Life to Live. I remember those shows. Mine was the Golden Girls. You want to talk about TV shows? Mine was the Golden Girls.
Oh, I love the Golden Girls. I love the mother. I love
the grandma was the best, man. She clapped on everything.
Well, she wasn't the grandmother. She was what's his name's mother.
She was the mother. Yeah.
Yeah, she was all right. Everything that came out, she was the youngest one of all, though. She
Yeah.
was the
Yeah, the
youngest
daughter was the
actress.
oldest.
But that
Yeah,
local
yeah, yeah.
sitcom
The
is
author.
one
Yep.
I miss watching on television. And that
What?
show, would you believe me if I said Mr. Ed?
Oh, I
Wow.
love Miss Dead. Come on, I
Yeah.
love Miss Dead.
Yeah. I love Mr. That was it was a little bit before my time. I saw
Yeah.
reruns on Channel 9.
Oh yeah, reruns. I never saw her in person. Went to yep. We
Same
weren't
thing,
even born
but it
yet.
was on a different station before it got swapped out.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah, I
the
love
Andy
Miss
Griffin
Dead.
show.
Yeah, man.
My grandmother loved the Andy Griffin show.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Andy Griffin show, Aunt B. Oh, I loved Aunt B. She's so
Yeah.
cute.
There was
Yeah.
actually a special on MeTV called Return to Mayberry yesterday.
Oh yes,
Oh,
I
wow.
remember that show too.
Wow.
Wow, we're
And-
going way back, guys. Holy cow.
Hey, I had
Yeah.
grandparents that were into it too, and I used to love watching it with them. That was the only time I got to watch TV.
Yeah.
You with your grandma, yeah, you can watch TV, but when you home,
Mm.
books, boy, books.
I know, yep. No, grandma's house is where you could watch. Yep. You got to do your homework. I
Yep.
hate it.
Yep. So, just really quick before we wrap up and get
Yeah.
out of here, just want to say this one thing, really quick. So we're gonna be on Playback TV tonight, everybody.
Can you put that in the chat so it could go in tonight? Okay.
yeah.
When's
Hey,
that
I'm gonna
link
put.
coming up.
I'll
I'm
put
on
it. I'll put it on in the private chat.
Oh, in the private chat. Okay.
Can you get to the private chat?
Yeah, I got the private chat. Yep.
Okay, so I just put it in a regular chat, and now I'm gonna put it in the private chat.
Okay, let's do
I'm on
that.
Facebook.
Yeah, I would come see you guys if we could all cheer. I didn't know you could watch it. I thought it was what's it called, a band? Because
No,
you know,
it's a brave new world out here, bro. It's there are a lot of things you can do out on the internet now. It's just some platforms prevent certain things.
Why YouTube does it? I don't understand. It's you cannot show it on YouTube. Why is that?
YouTube is the Gestapo.
Oh,
YouTube is the
okay.
Gestapo, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I believe in you.
Yeah.
And I'm
So,
gonna go. I'll join you in that tonight. What time do you guys go on?
So is the game at 7?
7:30.
7:30.
Oh, 7:30. What time do you guys get on?
I'll probably work up until like the game, like right before the game starts. So if those guys go in there, they'll be hanging out, but I probably won't show up until like right before the game. You know, because we gotta pay bills and all, you know how that stuff.
Do you work at home or you work somewhere else?
Yeah.
Oh, you work at home?
So I work from home. And
oh, that's good. I like working from home.
In this beautiful nondescript office, I have an aquarium over here that needs water in it.
Oh,
right?
You gotta.
I have a junkie. It's junky in here, bro.
Oh, you gotta get fish.
Yeah, sooner or later, bro.
You got a dog or cat?
Yeah. So I have a dog named Benny. And I have a dog named Gaston. So my dog named Benny he's a 2-year-old pit bull, purebred. And then I have
and they're friendly, right? Is he friendly?
Oh, man, he a pushover. Man, come on, bro. He a pushover, bro.
It's the owners who own the pit bulls that give him the bad name. That's all.
Right. Yeah. Bad people make a lot of stuff bad, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just dogs, it's everything in life.
No, it's the owners that treat them. If they treat them like crap, they're gonna be not be bad.
Bro, my neighbor brought them a treat last night. I think he bought them like 4 pounds of barbecue last night.
You must have enjoyed that.
And Cowboy Bob, I know you're in Colombia and y'all don't barbecue in Colombia like that. But bro, But anyways, just want to say this before we wrap up and get out of here. Check us out later on Playback TV /Volunteers. We'll be at the game. I have 20 VIP passes. So if you want to come in and watch the game with us, it's first come, first serve. So become a member. Check us out. Come hang out with us. Come watch Mets scream at the TV and everything. And also subscribe to the channel, hit that like button, share this with all your friends.
That already.
And so
I'm gonna join your channel too.
Okay. Okay,
You're a great contenter. I'm telling you, you're great.
Yeah, I'm trying, bro. I'm trying.
No, you're doing great.
Yeah.
I give you A plus.
Yeah, so we just like regular folks that just talk sports, bro. So
Yeah, you let us talk a lot. Thank you. I appreciate that. I love to talk. I'm from New York. I never shut up. So, you guys, I see you later.
All right, boss.
Go
Hey,
New
it was a
York,
pleasure
go
meeting
New
you,
York,
man.
I like
go.
talking to you.
Yeah, man. Hey, and so everybody, I'm gonna get out of here. We're gonna be on quite a bit today. So AD
Yeah.
and I are gonna do old school Knicks probably in
All
about
right.
4 or 5 hours. Then we'll be on playback TV doing the game, and then we'll be back on tonight doing
Wow,
the
you
Knicks
got a
at Night
busy
podcast.
day.
So we'll be busy today. So check us out, everybody. Continue to support us, and we're out of here. Peace, everybody.
Okay, bye,
Have a
guys.
great day.